All right, this is absolutely bizarre. Rudy Giuliani, or Giuliani, Donald Trump's personal attorney, maybe former, I guess. We don't really know at this point what's going on. Rudy appeared on TV on none other than Fox News. He was interviewed by Trump brown noser Maria Bartiromo. And those are, there are two different things here that are bonkers about this video. First is what Rudy Giuliani says, because Rudy Giuliani now is jumping on the train and he is going on TV and pushing chloroquine as a treatment for coronavirus. Rudy is not a doctor. Trump is not a doctor. Actual doctors are saying it's worth trying in controlled trials along with dozens of other things, but the early results seem very 50-50 about chloroquine. Of course, if Trump is saying it, then everybody around Trump is saying it. So Rudy Giuliani now recommending medications on TV. So we're going to play that. But the other crazy thing about this video is that Rudy Giuliani looks like he's had half of a haircut in this video. What I mean is one side of Rudy Giuliani's head looks like he has a short haircut, like he's almost shaved his head. The other side doesn't. It's very odd. So if you're watching, look at the left side of Rudy's head, meaning the right side of your screen, and you'll see a ton of hair that's all puffed up. And his hair on the right side of his head, your left, looking at the screen, is gone. It's a very weird thing and contributing to Rudy Giuliani's generally increasingly disheveled appearance. Anyway, let's go to the substance now.
I think we should let doctors decide whether we should use hydrochloroquine, not the national bureaucracy. You know, this disease can kill you. And if hydrochloroquine has side effects, none of which are death, by the way, then those side effects I may want to endure because of the risk of death. And it may be different if I'm 25 or if I'm 75. Those choices should be given to doctors, not to the bureaucrats in Washington who want to go through 3 blind tests. When we finish the 3 blind tests, you know, most of America could be gone. And they sit there in an ivory tower, whereas the guy sitting at Mount Sinai Hospital with the person walking in who's 65 years old with 104 temperature, and I sent one there just the other day, first thing they did before they even talked to him is give him hydroxychloroquine. And it's banned in New York by the governor. Why is the governor banning it? Everything shows that it works. Everything shows that its side effects don't bother you until you take it for a month or two for chronic illness like rheumatoid arthritis or lupus. 5 administrations of it, so far no side effects.
Rudy says, let's let doctors decide. That's who is deciding. We don't need Rudy and Trump saying try it, and this is the new game that they're playing. They're acting like it's bureaucrats who are making decisions about medications. That's not true. The FDA has approved for emergency use, really quickly, emergency use of chloroquine if determined appropriate by a doctor. The side effects are never death, Rudy says. That's wrong. And in fact, there's something called chloroquine poisoning. People with heart problems can end up dying from taking doses of chloroquine. There are peer-reviewed studies about this. Rudy says chloroquine's banned in New York. That's not true. They are repeating this, but it is not true. New York and some other states have restricted access to chloroquine to avoid stockpiling of the drug. There are exemptions for clinical trials. There are exemptions for patients hospitalized with coronavirus if the doctor determines it's appropriate. These are all lies. And as you all know, I've been talking about chloroquine longer than Trump. I have been telling you this is one of dozens of possible treatments. We want to test it. But Trump now being so in favor of it, Rudy being so in favor of it, we found out Novartis, which manufactures it, paid Michael Cohen $1 million for access to Trump. When we look at this from a political perspective, it stinks to high heaven. From a medical perspective, chloroquine should be tried safely when determined by doctors as one of many RCT's randomized clinical trials, and we should see what comes of it. And it just doesn't stop on Fox News with the chloroquine. There's a YouTube channel we're partnering with that I would love for you to check out. It's a channel called Upflip. You can get there by clicking the link below. Make sure you subscribe when you're there. Every week, Upflip uploads a new video where you get an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at a different small business, everything from real estate firms, coffee shops, auto repair shops. Each business owner shares a ton of really interesting insight about how they built their business, what it's like day to day, how they got to where they are. Fascinating to learn about other people's business strategies, how they found success. It's a great channel for anyone thinking of starting a business, already running one, or just people interested in how different business work. Perfect for people who like TV shows like Shark Tank and that type of thing. Check it out at davidpakman.com/upflip. The link is underneath the video. They are friends of the David Pakman Show. Make sure to subscribe when you're there. Click that bell icon to be notified when they upload new videos.